makes somebody a great leader? What makes somebody the kind of leader that you want to work for? What do you got?
Visionary.
A visionary. What does that mean?
Has an idea of where they're going.
Okay. A vision or direction. Good. Okay, what else? Honesty. Okay. Tell the truth all the time, right? You always tell your customers and your employees the truth, right? Yeah, really. What else you got? What you come up with? Sorry? Appear to be honest. Oops. Now this is really interesting with this group. He said integrity and he said appear to be honest. Are they had cross purposes there? Let's say integrity. Okay. An educator. Okay. Do you have to be the expert? Do you have to know more than the people that work for you? Isn't that interesting? A lot of people get caught in that trap. Yes, you are an educator, but a lot of people in leadership get caught in the trap that I have to know everything there is to know about this particular situation, so I can. Why do they do that? Why would anyone want to know everything? So you never become reliant on anybody. Oh dear. I don't need that team. I'll just shut it all down and do it myself. But why do people do that? Why do we think that we have to know sometimes more than anybody else? What does it do for us? It strokes our ego. Isn't that interesting? Because if those people keep coming to me for the answers, how's that going to make me feel? Oh, okay, I got it all. I know. They need me. When I go to work in the morning, they need me. If I don't turn up, the whole place will fall down. Anybody run their business that way? It's a scary concept, isn't it? But a lot of people try and hold all the power by all the knowledge. You don't need to know everything. Okay? But you do. That's very true. It's important to know your business. Absolutely. But if you spend all of your time in the back room reading about everything so you know everything, you're not spending the time out where the business is being done. We know that already. Okay, so you need to have some knowledge. But you hire specialists. You hire people that are going to learn that stuff. You hire people whose whole focus is about learning that one piece of the business that they need to know. What else have we come up with for a leader? A risk taker and approachable. Let's get both of those down. Anyone ever had a leader that wasn't approachable? How did it make you feel? Why did you feel good? Couldn't get any answers. When you wanted to go and ask a question because you need to know something or you needed some direction on a particular policy, how did you feel when you went up to that person or you even thought about going up to that person? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's a scary thing. Okay, so they need to be approachable. What was the other one we had? A risk taker. Okay, we'll put that down. Risk taker. How big of a risk? Anyone planning on getting into the insurance business? Okay. Risk taker. What else? What else did we get for a leader? Key things about a leader. Positive and what? Positive attitude. Okay, we got that too. Because you wouldn't get very far going to work going, well, it's probably our last day today. Yeah, the doors are going to be shutting. I can feel it. You wouldn't get very far, would you? You can just see your employees walking out the front going, oh, what time's my interview again? That's right. What else have we got? Motivated, yeah, positive. To know what you're doing, some knowledge. We've got kind of covering most of that. What else have you got? Consistency and passion, yeah. Consistency. Why consistency?
Well, you can't take one rule for one employee and another rule for another.
Ah.
Employees have to be constant, follow.
Yes. And there's another quality that goes hand in hand with that. It starts with I. Anyone got it? Impartial. Do you like some of your employees more than you like others? Come on, come on. Have you got employees that you think, these people are great? And you got other employees who go, oh, come on, there's that person again. Oh. you know, and they walk in the door and you just start to get the whole thing happening. Can that influence your behaviour towards them at all? Can sometimes, because we're human, can sometimes that influence your behaviour at a time when it really doesn't need to? You might lean on them a little bit more when they don't perform than perhaps you're, your wonderful golden-haired employee who does everything right most of the time. Yeah, that's interesting. So the consistency and integrity thing go hand in hand. We have to be a bit of an umpire as leaders. What else? A communicator. Ooh, isn't that interesting? Communicator. Why do you need to be a communicator? Why do you need to be a good communicator? But shouldn't you just be able to give them a manual and say, this is your job, learn this, and off you go? That's what they do with a lot of government employees, isn't it? That's why you get such great service. But shouldn't you be able to do that? I mean, it's their job. They know it. Why do you need to communicate? The job's fluid and it changes. What else?
Get everyone working together.
Get everybody working together. Yeah, that's a key. To motivate people, communicate with them. Yeah. Is there anything else that's really important about being a good leader? Willingness to learn. Can we call that open-minded? Just to kind of cover a couple of bases. Open-minded. Has anyone here ever learned anything or something from one of your employees? Yeah? Isn't that interesting? But when we were growing up, who did we have as role models? Parents. How many of us could tell our parents anything when we were about this tall? How many people got away with telling your parents something and having them pay attention? Anybody? Well, maybe half a person. Anybody else? Interesting role models when we're growing up, isn't it? I'm your parent! You do. It's my house, it's my rules, you do what I say. Yeah. Anything else? Interesting communication, and it's all one way. My way or the highway. Anything else?
High expectations.
You need to have high expectations as a leader? High expectations. Yeah, that sounds high expectations of who?
Of yourself and everyone. You expect the best.
Do you think that people will always meet your expectations? Probably not. Probably not. But we can give it a good push. It's like athletes when they aim. You don't see athletes walking out there going, well, I guess I'll get out there and give it a shot. It looks a little bit high, but we'll see how we go. They don't do that. They're like at 11/10 when they're out there. I'm going to make this thing, I'm going to kill it. And they get out there and do it. Because they have to, because even if they knock off 25%, they're still going to make it over the bar. So you've got to have those high expectations. But out of all these things we've talked about, anyone else have any really earth-shattering additions to that?
Decision to
caring. Caring, yeah. Say caring, okay. Yep, what else? Enthusiastic, positive. I'm running out of space here, but yep, you're absolutely right. Enthusiastic, what else? Sorry? To see people's strengths, okay. You look in your people and find out what they're good at. Okay. There's a lot of stuff. Of all these things here, we probably could go on for a few more, but let's have a look at the ones we've got. Out of all these qualities here, and I realise some of you can't see them in the back of the room, so I'll run down. Maybe you can. Okay. Vision or direction, honesty, integrity, knowledge, approachable, risk-taker, positive, consistency, good communicator, open-minded, high expectations, caring, and willingness to see people's strengths. Everybody in this room does that, don't you? Who embodies all of those qualities? Stick your hand up. Oh, outstanding. Where's my chocolate? Okay. We either got three fantastic people at the back or people who think an awful lot of themselves. Who are the hands? There we go. Uh-oh. 1, 2. What else? Oh, look at that. What a shot. Anybody else? Any other heroes? Oh, one more. Okay. Either needs a sugar rush or he's being honest. One of the two. Okay. Out of all these qualities, we've kind of touched on it already. What's the most important thing you have to focus on? That encompasses a lot of it. Communicate. This guy right here. I started off telling you the story about Continental. One of the first things they started to do when they were bleeding $55 million a month, which is a lot, and looking at bankruptcy, was they started to communicate a lot with people. They had the same planes, the same employees, okay? The same folks doing the job, the same customers. Well, some of them, a lot of them left. but the same people, and they had to turn this thing around and make it work. And the first thing they did was they started communicating. And when they started communicating, after a while, people started to listen. And they started to believe that they had some kind of stake in what was going on.